Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've been really have enjoyed this morning listening to my fellow senators express their opinions. I've honored to be part of this body. I don't think that I'll have anything as wise to say as what I've heard, but nonetheless, I do feel like that I do need to stand up, and because I do have an opportunity to be here today and express my opinion. There are those that aren't in this body, the citizens that we represent, that feel quite frustrated. And I'd like to give them some hope on how we could move ahead in the future. I tend to be like most legislators. We like to find solutions to problems. And this debate has been, not this debate, but this issue in particular, has been particularly frustrating for me because, as everyone recognizes and seems to acknowledge, there's a lack of a solution here. I do believe there's a third way forward that I'd like to explain both to the voters, and I think that we'll have to take this up as time moves on. This issue of health care costs will continue to come back year after year after year until we started adopting some policies that actually empower the people. And when we go through the history of the last 60 years of health care costs, what we find is that during the Korean War period, when there were wage and price controls, that health benefits were offered by employers to supplement the wages of the employees. What that morphed into, especially with the passage of Medicare and Medicaid, is that we really developed a very strong third-party payer system in this country. And the third-party payer system has insurance companies and federal programs that control most of the spending and therefore make most of the choices. But as Mitch Daniels pointed out in an article in the Wall Street Journal, that the system we have right now is a perfectly designed machine to overconsume and overutilize. So as we move forward, we will have to start empowering the consumers if we want to stabilize these costs. We've actually taken, there's been 2 or 3 bills on the floor of this body this year that have moved that direction. So there's some positive signs. There's some positive signs that the Department of Medicaid is actually moving towards some managed care. So there are some positive things that I can look toward. But one of the reasons that I believe that a federal exchange would actually be better is because there are a lot of citizens out there that do not want to participate in a new entitlement program. And what an entitlement program does is it takes the wealth created by a person who did create it and transfers it to someone else who did not create it. They want to be responsible. They don't want to be punished for being responsible for their own care. So I just want to share with you some facts that I got from the research assistant here at the Legislative Research Library. I've tried to get some of this information from the Department of Insurance over the last couple of months, and I haven't been very successful, and the research assistant was not either. But said that there's approximately 366,000 people that fall between 133% and 400% of poverty. And the reason I'm sharing with you these facts is to get an idea of how many people might be using the exchange, or at least initially. Of those, 232,670 have employer-based insurance, over 9,000 have military insurance, 15,000 are on Medicaid, and 4,000 are on Medicare. And these are people under the age of 64 or 64 and under. So what that leaves you with is about 103,000 people that would be eligible to go to the exchange to get subsidized insurance. With about 2.66 members per household, so we could get the number of policies that might be, that's somewhere around 40,000 policies. If there's a large percentage of the people in Idaho that want to boycott the exchange, that number could drop even further, maybe even under 20,000 or 15,000. And I don't know what the cost of the exchange might be, but I think the people of the state of Idaho have the possibility of boycotting the exchange, and I don't think it could fund itself. So that's the option I'm leaving to some of the people that might be listening to this debate, because I too think that the vote won't be much different than last time, but I would like to leave a path forward both for the citizens of the state and some of the issues that we need to address in the years to come. Thank you, Mr. President.